Well, long time no see, boys and girls. I hope this holds. That's the thing. I don't think this thing's going to do what I need to do. I'm trying to hold this thing on a post here. And this is shaking. Look at that. It shakes and shakes. Oh, no, it's an earthquake. We're going to die. Time to upgrade equipment, clearly. What is that right there? That's wild. But any hoozles, as you can see, Fairmont sitting here. Nothing wrong with it. We got a few things to talk about. I'll show my face in a minute. I'm not a big fan of that. But anyways, you can see she's sitting on Hoosiers. Those wheels probably would look familiar, except the fact that what y'all don't know, in the course of the 2023 season, I had to sell a lot of things, including 2 sets of spare wheels that I had. So that pair that I had that looked like that at one time, that had the black center, I sold them. These actually come with the black center already done. And as you can see, way better than my line. The line's actually perfect. Picked up a set of used Hoosiers. I had to sell my old Hoosiers off too to get parts to fix the car, because it's been a rough 2023 was a really, really rough one for me there. We broke anything and everything you can think of. Fuel pumps, fuel filters, rockers, injectors, drive shaft, U-joints, axles, but the engine's still holding strong. The engine is not dead. It's living its best life. Just recently celebrated the 1 year anniversary for my GT55 here. She's doing good. Still have my drag radials here, as you can see. So I'm back up to 2 sets of wheels where I used to be at 3. I'll get another set later. It's just funding all the repairs from 2023 has been a rough one, but we're going to get there and we're going to get back. We'll go over a few changes to the car here in a little bit, but I want to show you what we're doing today. First off, I have fluffed up a little bit since last time y'all seen me. Surgery went good back in January. We talked about that in the previous videos. I can eat pretty much like a normal person now, and oh yeah, no, I'm not that fat, but I like pushing it up. But anyway, enough of that. So my personal health is better. Still can't grow hair on my face to save my life. Big sad about that one, but be okay. Let's talk about the motor we got over here. We're gonna come off this. This is the thing I was using. This is shaking too much. That ain't working out. This motor right here, looks like, Kevin, what is this? Well, this is an LY6. It's an Iron Gen 4. This motor actually has history here at this channel. This was the block that was in the Honey Badger when it made its last pass ever down the road that way, before we took it apart and scrapped it, unfortunately. But it'd be like that. But I wanted a Fairmont, and I'll have a Fairmont, and I'm happy. So anyway, we sold, Chase got possession of this engine in the trade. I ain't gonna go through the long story. Anyway, I traded Chase my truck for this car and a few things here and there, okay, to make up the difference. Way back when in the day, but this block went to Sammy. These pistons were the pistons that were in it originally. He kept the rods in the crankshaft when he sold this back to me. So I bought new rods for it and a new crankshaft for it. I got the crankshaft back from Bob Lane the other day. He balanced it. He only took him 4 hours to balance it. He did the rods, pistons, and everything. So we have it here. We have it all numbered up. I did in post on my Facebook, if you keep me there, you know, I did have this block together, but we had to change it. We changed reluctant rings. I took this off yesterday. Now we have the correct reluctant ring that we want to run on there. When your budget's really, really tight and you get a really, really good deal on a crank, you don't care what the ring count is on it. You buy it, and you buy a $25 ring to press on yourself. That's how you do that, because when you can get a $1,200 crankshaft for $700 because it's on clearance, you jump on it even if you got the wrong ring count. You swap that. So we did that yesterday. It's really super simple. All you do is basically heat it up a little bit, knock it off, and make sure you line it up. And you can make tools out of a flex plate and stuff. It's easy to do. There's all kinds of tips on it, or you can just mark it and put it on. Whatever you want to do. It's your world. I'm not going to tell you to live your life, okay? I'm the last person to tell you how to live your life. But anyway, I'm going to get this short block back together today. I'm going to get these pistons in here. I got the other ones right there. Everything's already been gapped up. These are already have seen tons of boost. You can see that's a used piston clearly. This thing has seen a lot of life. It got turbocharged in the Honey Badger, and then Boost is my friend's work truck. He got the house sprayed down with nitrous. So we're going to get it back together, but we'll start back here. Dual wheels on a dually. We got one street, one mud, one street, one mud. Not our truck, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I've got to record this. Holy shit. Save this for the memories. It got smashed. On to the other side here. We got our king bearing right there. Got our lube. That there. We done lubed all that up. I marked them. We'll stow the last 2 in. We'll torque the rod down to 75 foot-pounds. And then we'll be done with it for this point till we... Check this out there, working on a dude's trailer. We'll talk about that another day. It don't much matter. I think we're getting a bad rep. Look at all the mess I gotta clean. That is terrible. That's what happens when you blow a motor up. This right over here is an LQ4 with a comp cams. I don't know, there's like 600 lift cam in it. It's got 862 heads on it. All new stuff in it. It's going in the Camaro outside for somebody else. I really wish I never took that one on, but oh well. That's been occupying my time a lot, but I got that done. And then I love that car. Just love that car. This is the last piston and rod here. We'll take it out. We got to clean all the old lube off. Like I said, the reason I took it apart was I had to change the reluctor wheels because I had to change the plans. So change the plans with the count, but we got that done now. So, and if I don't like what it does, then I'll just put a crank trigger on it. But I think we should be fine. The biggest holdup from putting this motor in is me deciding if I want to run stock heads or I want to put aftermarket heads on it. If I had my wishes, I'd put aftermarket heads on it, but I don't roll like that. I'm not that negative for money. I don't know. I've seen some that aren't that bad, like sub $2,000 for a set, which honestly in the whole realm of things isn't that bad. But that's still a lot of money in my world, so I don't know. I got to pontificate. I used to have 243s on it. As a matter of fact, those 243s are still here. They are. Right there. So I might put them back on that motor. Now that will definitely limit my horsepower abilities, but I would never be into the high horsepower numbers anyway. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know the answer is put aftermarket heads on it. I clearly know that answer. I got to make sure my bank account's okay with that here. I still got to have money to buy ramen. If I don't have money to buy ramen, we got problems. There we go. Everything's in. It's torqued. I need to run and go get some Woodruff keys for the oil pump drive. Welcome back. Another day, another food stamp. We have here a 5/16 dowel rod, and we have over there a 6-liter LQ4 that we put 862 heads on. It has a comp cam in it. It's quite not big enough for what the guy wants. So we're going to swap the cam out, and I'm going to show you how to do it without taking the heads off. So first thing you do is get you a dowel rod from the hardware store for $1.24. I remember these used to be 59 cents, but you know, shit happens. So anyway, we're going to cut it in half. This is 48. You only need 36 inches. And we're going to pull the timing cover off. Here we go. We got the engine in place. Balancer's off. Well, I didn't put it on, so I'm not going to watch you guys I took it off. However, you would need to take said balancer off if you wish to do this. You can do it in the car. It's really easy. You take your water pump off, take your balancer off, and a lot of times you need to move the radiator because you're going to have room to pull the cam all the way out. But you can do whatever you want to do. I ain't going to tell you how to live your life. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to grab my drill and I'm going to pop these bolts off real quick. Just get this cover off. Then we'll take the valve covers off and take the rockers loose. But as you can see, I didn't have this tight because I knew I was going to swap the cam. If I put it in, I talked to him, and he said, yeah, I want to go bigger. So I didn't waste my time tightening these bolts. But unfortunately, I left the bolts out in there. I have a nasty habit, even though I'm going to go back somewhere. I put the bolts back in the holes they came out of. So let me get my little ratchet and take the bottom ones out here. There's two there. I have to pause y'all for a second. Hang on. This is not the most riveting material I could come up with, but I mean, 20 degrees outside. You know you ain't gonna do nothing fun. It's hard to make content. You ain't got much else going on. So it is what it is. We'll see if we can make this video work. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. It doesn't matter to me. I should do this with a shallow well socket so it would be well, but you know. Anyway, let me pause this because there's no point you wasn't take a bolt out. That's the boring crap. We're going to get our flashlight with shot in there. We're going to turn it around so we have this dot and the dot on the crank facing each other. So this one's going to be at 12 o'clock. This one's at 6 o'clock. That's how an LS works. It's not this is a SBC, technically speaking, but it doesn't time the same way. So this would be at 12, this would be at 6, and there's our dot there. So let me get a big ratchet and we'll rotate it around. Hang on. Let's get in here and see if you can see it. Sometimes it's not a pain in the wad. No, we're not there yet. So let's go ahead and rotate this around and see if we're out a little bit. Come on, turn. Probably better if this one to stand, but it is what it is. It ain't gonna hurt it. All the way down, and I do see my dot. I'm gonna just gently bump it till I'm there, and I'm there. So, and the you have to trust me department, because you can't really tell. Put the light there. You probably can't even see it. Oh well, trust me, it's there, okay? Trust me. As you can see, it's a 6 liter. This valve cover off. We'll show you we can't take one side of the rockers out. And, but we're not gonna do those on the camera because that's way too boring. I'm off of there. Loose, loose, loose. There we go. Whoopsie daisy. If I drop it. And then we go over here and we just buzz the lock rocker. And of course I'm going to bring the ratchet because I torqued them. They only torque at 22 foot-pounds, so they don't take a lot. But my battery's probably a little low in the back there, so we'll just do the old school method here. Then we take them out. We'll just go ahead and buzz these off the rest of the way. Whoopsie daisy. Put that right there. If they were some kind of fancy shaft mount lockers, you would have to do them in a particular order and off the base circle of the cam. These are stock. You ain't gotta worry about all that crap. And then we're gonna put our push rods here. Once again, hydraulic roller, so you have to put the push rod back where it came from. It doesn't matter. All right, so on this side here, we have the pressure off through the lifters. So, well, if we do the other side, all we're gonna do is rotate the motor over a couple times, but you know, so basically what I just said, what I lined it up didn't really matter now. We're gonna rotate it 360 degrees more at one time, and we're gonna pin the lifters in there. We'll take the cam gear off and I'll show you where it goes, but let me get this side off, and then we'll do rotate it and I'll show you, okay? Alrighty here. So I got that side off. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and pull the timing gear off, get the chain off, and then I'm gonna spin the cam around. You can do it with this on here. You could literally just do it like this if you wish. I'll probably just do it this way. This should capture the lifters in the bore. And I take it off and see where we're gonna put it at. We'll go in one more time, just for funsies. Probably suggest not doing it with it on the whole hand. Hey, I'm stupid, so don't do what I do. Do as you wish. Most likely this will not line up on this fine by. That is correct. We're not in that cycle here. Keep on. We'll do it one more time. Should be 4. I don't know. I lost count. I think I'll keep you count. And I'll probably do it again once I bust these cam bolts loose. I don't know how tight they're going to be. Hopefully not too terribly tight. Slide these front cover bolts out of the way, because believe it or not, the cam bolt's a little bit shorter because you don't want to go all the way in. Come on. Off of there. What we'll do is leave the chain right there out of the way. We take these out, which I had RTV'd that because this is a junkyard dog engine. Hope you can see that. I'm sorry, I didn't block it, but this is a junkyard engine. It's not a built engine. It's just, it got new bearings in it, and that's it, and a camshaft, so, and a brand new oil pump. It didn't get nothing else fancy to it. This is basically so it's got the 10-minute warranty on it. I'm gonna use my magnet now to get that out. I got that stupid carpet tumbler. Oh God, I'm so stupid. Where did I drop that at? Oh, there it is. I see it now. I see it. This is why you make sure your pocket when you grab a bolt when you do that. That was just stupid of me. Pop a magnet. There it is. Yay! If not, it wasn't a big deal because like, this is out the car, so I'm being a little reckless here. But let's see if we get my fat hand in there. Get off of that. Probably an iron motor. Everything sticks to everything. All right, so I wanted to knock that loose. I'll bring you right back. You don't want to see that, trust me. Now we'll put the cam gear back on here with one bolt, and we're going to spin this around one more time to make sure it's all the lifters are trapped. Before we take the cam out, we will put our dowel pins in, so hopefully nothing falls. if we're lucky. If not, who knows, right? You know, this is the problem when I can't see what I'm doing. That's wild. That is totally wild. Go in there. I'm here struggling mightily today for some reason. I'm going to give it a quick turn there. You can see they're not touching anywhere, so I will take this off. I'm going to get a long bolt to pull that out. I'll go ahead and put this in here so I can get my hands on it. And then we take and grab our dowel pin. Dowel's here, the hole here. I'm going to feed it in there. For some reason that doesn't feel like they're all trapped like they're supposed to be. That does not give me a positive, great feeling. There we go. That's better. So let's roll this one more time here and make sure they're where they need to be. Hold on. We got it in there now. Take a little persuasion. We can pull this camshaft out, but let me find the water pump bolt first. Let me find the bolt. I think I can pull these short ones. Hold on, I'm trying to find a longer one. Water pump bolts make great bolts for pulling camshafts because they're a lot longer. Take this, we'll slide this over here out of the way, and we'll yank this bad mamma jamma out of here. And you see these dowels here, so they'll stop the lift that's happening. Any chance of falling out. And one thing we did do with this thing, I did put new cam bearings in it. So if I can not beat the piss out of these, that would be great. So that would kind of defeat the purpose of what I did. I'm out of there. Hang on. I gotta get something to wipe my hands off. I'm gonna come out and have to make sure I was extra gentle with it because I did not want to mar my brand new cam bearings. Here's the old cam. We'll set it out the way. Let's get the new one out and let's get it lubed up and hopefully it goes in a lot smoother than that one came out. That was really annoying, I'm not gonna lie. We have the Elgin 1841P, better known eloquently as a sloppy stage 3. Or if you look back in their Elgin's post, a Badger boost cam. We're going to get about partial way this thing lubed up and we'll lube more up as we go. We'll get it all the way to here. Don't hurt somebody. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now, I'll pick it up and I'm going to do the dirty deed of getting my hands completely disgusting. You can use motor oil. Motor oil is perfectly acceptable to do this with. I just happen to know this motor is going to sit for just a little bit of time, not too terribly long, and I want to make sure everything's protected on it, just in case. We will prime it before we fire it. Try to give this old junkyard dog all the chances in the world it can have. Feel pretty confident though. Like I said, everything looked good in it. The bores looked good. Just the cam bearings were toasted in it. I know you're not supposed to look at the cam bearings, but I did, and I own a cam bearing tool, so for the cost of it, it makes very little sense for me not to put cam bearings in it. I gotta go gently in. To this part right here, right there. We'll put some more lube on it, okay? Let it go all the way in. Well, we're good right here to start to grab without getting too terribly messed up, but it's really a simple process. All right, we'll go ahead and jam this in there further. And let's lube the last part of it up. And then we can take our dowel rods out. This one's going to fight me a little, I already know. I'll show you with the smooth one. Now the camshaft is in, so all we have to do is basically do the exact opposite of what we did earlier. Put it back together. I'm gonna wipe my hands off before I start pulling things back together. Otherwise, it slid out really easy. Put these somewhere so we lose them and not be able to ever use them again, because that's the way my world works. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put one bolt back in the cam gear. We're gonna turn it down so it lines up, and then we know we put the chain back on. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna light back over here. We get one cam bolt. See if I can do this better than I did last time, without shoving the cam all the way through the back of the block. One time I didn't have a rear cover on, I did. I about threw the cam on the floor. I'm really not a smart person. Good thing is we're really close. We'll turn it right there. And what we're gonna do here is now put the chain back on and get the bolts in while keeping everything lined up. That sounds simple enough, doesn't it? It technically is, but sometimes it's not. Like right there. So instead of you watching me fight this for 13 minutes, because I am functionally illiterate and stupid, we'll bring you right back. Put it on, pick it up, and I slip it off the chain down there, and then I get a couple bolts in here. You probably want to Loctite those. Let me just get that in if it don't fall off, and I'm gonna get my Loctite real quick so that don't fall back out when it's doing 8,000 RPM or whatever this goofball is gonna do with it. Sometimes I get in a hurry and I forget things, like the cam plate. So that's back off now. I can be my own worst enemy some days. So let me put that on. Best to put a new one on. Let me see what I have that looks better than the one I just took off. That was off the junkyard engine. Hang on. Important. Oil there, oil there. If it doesn't there, it just blends out and you got no oil pressure. So a lot of times this O-ring will go bad and you have no oil pressure. One of many O-rings in LS motor cause the problem. The other one's down here. Right there. If that one goes bad, you definitely got a problem. There you go. We're back after an unscheduled interruption here. Torque that to spec. Anyway, like I said, down, up. So there's that. So all we gotta do now is put the valve train back on, put the front cover back on. Yay. But I need to put RTV there and RTV there because I didn't know that I was coming back here. So let me find my RTV and my big, fat, goofy ankles out of the way. I'm struggling mightily here today, boys and girls. I just literally had that 2 seconds ago. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I found it. There we go. Put a little dab of the doogie in the corner here, and a little dab of doogie here in this corner here. That would guarantee an oil leak. I mean, what? Huh? No. The reason why the cover wasn't tight, one, I know it's coming back. Two, you don't want to tighten it. Don't put the gasket on this time, unlike we did last time. We won't talk about that. I'm not sure what my malfunction is today. Apparently I have quite a few of them. Open a couple over here so we can get these in. There we go. And then we'll make sure we have RTV here. Do a little dab here, since we screwed the pooch on that the first time. A little dab right there. Put that up for falls. Take this, bring it over here, gently place it, start starting bolts. Not all the way, not all the way, Goofy. Not all the way, Goofy. Just one snuggificated. At least I can't see anything. I'll try to move my fat butt out of the way. I'm missing one. That's two for the bottom. You ever have one day that's just not your day? I'm probably engaging in one right now. Or did I get them all? Did I get them all? I got them all. There. Oh, got them. Okay. Let's start the bottom. Yay! We're basically done now. Valve train's on. Valve train's on. Now, it's very important you check your push rod length, but we already have longer ones in stock in here, and we know we're good. We've done this Camshaft a million times. I already know what it is. It's 7.4. With this brand, particular Camshaft, 7.400. Works every single time, but you know, it'd probably be best if you check. Just saying, okay? But 7.400 on an Elgin 1841P is generally money. And make sure your valve spring can handle it. These are already 600 lift springs, so they're good. Cam's 596/25 lift. Sorry, I forgot. All right, so that engine there is going into a 2000 Camaro SS with a 6-speed. Supposed to went in this weekend. I was trying to see if I could do it this weekend. I already lined someone else to do it, but you know, I figured if I had a free weekend, I'd do it. But it's a little too cold out there, so I may just wait a little bit. But anyway, so this there, car's there, still doing great. 4.3s here. It'll go in sooner than later. I got to get what do you call those things? My brain went numb. Oh, Woodruff keys. I got to get 2 of them. I thought I had them. I don't. I need to run to the parts store in a little while, see if they have them. That's all I need to really put that in, then figure out what cylinder heads. But that's going to be a guessing game on my part. I'm probably going to run what I got, which is stock, which is, but it'll make enough power. But want more. But I can't always get what I want. This one up right there for you. We'll catch you on the next one. Hope that was good enough. That's all I got. I'm going inside. It's cold. I don't want to be out here. I don't want to turn my heater on. I'm just going to go in and be warm in there. Warmer days are coming. Races are coming up. Hopefully I'll be a part of some of them. Do something. I don't know. Anyway, I will be putting that in shortly. I just don't know when exactly. I got to buy the parts for it. And for what day I want to do that. Or just keep running the motor I already got because ain't nothing wrong with it. But 75 cubic inches bigger. I don't know. That sounds like a win to me. But anywho, we'll catch you later.